The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Made in the USA. Yours for only a $25 donation to the president's re-election campaign, don't you know? Now, the White House originally said the release of the long-form birth certificate was meant to kill the issue once and for all, so why are they now keeping it alive? Well, the reason, according to the campaign itself, is our next guest's new book. We're joined now by Corsi, author of Where's the Birth Certificate? The Case That Barack Obama is Not Eligible to Be President. He joins us here on the set. Thanks for being with us, Dr. Corsi. All right, I read your book, and I must say it was a little frustrating because your premise has been debunked, hasn't it?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, I think the book presents a very convincing case that Barack Obama was not born in Hawaii. And I've anticipated...
Even with a long-form birth certificate now for everybody to see and read?
I think it's fraudulent. I think we can demonstrate...
No.
Yes, I do.
What makes you think that?
Well,
I mean, so many people have looked at it very, very carefully, and nobody that is seriously minded has said this is a fake.
Well, I say it's a fake, and other experts who've looked at it have as well.
Tell me why.
Well, both there's inconsistent information in it, and it's not just that it layers in Adobe. There's obvious evidence of manipulation of the data to be put on the form. I think we'll be able to identify 3 or 4 birth certificates from which this birth certificate released by the White House was made as a composite.
Now, you're not saying that because of this guy by the name of Takayuki Irae out of Hawaii who says he's got 3 of these things and, you know, so on and so forth.
He was a private investigator I've used to do some work, but he certainly is not a computer expert, and I'm not basing my opinion on...
Are you sure he's a private investigator? Because I did a record search. I didn't find any professional license for him.
I have a copy of his license, and I'll be happy to get it for you.
All right. Now, look, a lot of people are going to be laughing at you saying, this is ridiculous. You're off your rocker. But look, you got a Ph.D. from Harvard.
Well, Greg, I'm an investigative reporter. I've written many books, including co-authoring with John O'Neill the Swift Boat book, Unfit for Command. I'm used to being ridiculed. Certainly people who don't like what I'm writing and don't want the American people to read it.
But you've done a hit job on Obama before. You've written 2 books, Unfit for Command, The Obama Nation, factcheck.org, called the latter book, quote, a mishmash of unsupported conjecture, half-truths, logical fallacies, and outright falsehoods. Look, I read your book with an eye to it as the lawyer that I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's full of holes.
Well, I'd be like...
This is Swiss cheese here, Dr.
Greg,
Corsi.
I'd be happy to debate that with you. If you want to maintain it, that's an assertion. I'd be happy to debate it
now,
in particular.
Now that the birth certificate is come out, and it seems absolutely legitimate
Greg,
to me.
if you'd allow me for a minute, there are 125 exhibits in here, glossy pages, and the documents are here.
It's heavy with pictures, I'll give you that.
Well, the documents are here for the readers to make up their own mind, and I'm happy to debate the points with you.
You know, look, here, page 113, we'll put it up on the screen. No one at the hospital can recall Ann Dunham giving birth there. That's not true. Monica Danielson remembers baby Obama. Her son Stig was born at the same time. She's gone on camera, says, I remember it vividly. He was the only black child in the hospital.
Remembers it after not remembering it.
All right, what about this one, page 102? There are remarkably few personal testimonies of witnesses who observed Obama Sr. and Dunham in Hawaii together at any time. That's not true. Did you go over to the University of Hawaii and talk to their faculty advisor, Alice Dewey, University of Hawaii? She said, are you kidding me? She was here. We celebrated the birth.
Well, in fact, Ann Dunham, 3 weeks after the baby was born, was in Seattle, Washington, where she was registered for courses. I've got the transcripts. The courses were night courses at the university. I've got the apartment she rented. I've interviewed the babysitter. So anyone saying that they knew Ann Dunham while Barack Obama was attending the University of Hawaii after the baby was born had to fly to Seattle to see Ann Dunham.
Here's another one. Page 113. Who delivered baby Barack Obama after more than 2 years of asking this question? No one has answered it with documentary proof. We know that now. Dr. David Sinclair, deceased in 2003. So your book's outdated.
Well, I'd be happy to see Dr. Sinclair's records, and I'd be happy if Kapiolani Hospital would produce the patient records for Ann Dunham.
A lot of people,
I don't believe they have them.
A lot of people out there are going to say, wait a minute, Dr. Corsi decided that there's a group of dedicated kind of nutty people out there who really think that Barack Obama wasn't born in the USA. I'm going to write a book and seize on that and make a bunch of money because it's going to be a, you know, it's going to sell among those dedicated people. What do you say to that?
Well, it's also true. And I'm happy to debate the points and to argue the points that are in the book and to maintain that what I have written has full substantiation.
I got to be honest with you. I'm absolutely unconvinced having read your book. Just doesn't make sense. No sense.
You know, that's fine, but you have not really, except for these few points, debated it. I'll be happy to debate them all with you point by point.
Take about an hour, and I'm afraid we don't have time.
Well,
Doctor,
we can do it
people can
privately.
read the book, and this is what you want. You want to sell books, don't
let
you?
Let people make up. Well, of course I want to
And the
sell.
White House is helping you
And by
today.
the way, Greg, I don't see there's anything wrong with selling books.
Right. Not at all.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.